bankers think they rule the place, don't they? Well on their own time. Ah, here he is. Welcome, Sir Gerald. Welcome, Sir Gerald. Please take a seat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the News Hour. We're very privileged to have with us today the leading international financial expert, Sir Gerald Butler. In fact, we're so privileged, we should all be tugging our forelocks. Please, audience, tug your forelocks. Show some respect. The man's a banker. The man's a banker. No, I said banker. So Gerald has been a senior partner at R.M. Rothschild, Goldman Sachs UK, JP Morgan, Lazarus, and is currently advising the British government on privatisation. He will be giving us ordinary plebs a unique insight into the world of banking. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. whatever.
First, could you please explain to us how the banking system works? Is it, my understanding, people deposit their money with you, and then you lend that money out to viable enterprises?
Oh dear boy, that's so very 1960s. Oh. What happens is that people deposit their money with us. Okay. We then create lots more money out of thin air, and we then speculate with all that money to try and make more money for ourselves. Now, if we do that, then we make an awful lot of money. But if we don't, there's no need to worry because the government steps in to bail us out. This system is called the free market, and I heartily approve of it.
I'm confused. I thought the free market, I mean, businesses that lose money close down, and there should be no government subsidies or bailouts.
Oh dear boy, that's only for small businesses. Oh. For the little people. It's like paying taxes. The free market means that businesses in which people like me work in receive very generous government financial support. Well, because without us, well, the economy would just collapse.
But isn't that exactly what did happen in the financial crash of 2008? Surely that was the sign that this free market system was not working after all.
Oh dear boy. What you call the financial crisis was merely the latest stage of the free market project. Let me explain. The government pumps billions into the banks to help people like myself.
Yes.
After all, I do have several yachts to maintain and 10 illegitimate children. The money given to the banks greatly increases the government's deficit. So there has to be austerity, which means the government announces the sale of all remaining state assets, which bankers such as myself advise them on. Everyone's a winner.
Well, it doesn't seem that wonderful. Is there no alternative to this free market system?
Well, there was that awful socialistic model we had before 1979. But that clearly didn't work. I mean, those working class people saw their living standards rise year after year after year. Trade unions, you know, those dreadful trade unions, were strong and there were high levels of employment. And the gap between the rich and poor was closing all the time. I mean, obviously, such an economically illiterate system needed to be changed. Today's system works brilliantly. It has brought tremendous benefits to the people who really matter, such as myself.
Well, this is just it. You see, there's some people on the left who say that Britain is no longer really a democracy. It has become more of a bankocracy. What would you say to that?
Another crack conspiracy theory. Why, it's absolute nonsense. When I was in my weekly meeting with Cameron last week, telling him which publicly owned assets to sell next, and by the way, I'm very keen on road privatisation, by the way. I think private toll roads would make a huge fortune for me. I mean, for the government finances. But yes, when I was with Cameron, I told you what a ludicrous communist conspiracy it was, that Britain was run by the banks and bankers like myself.
Oh, okay, but I mean, the bankers, they've been involved in numerous scandals, brought the economy crashing to the ground in 2008, have been involved in financing Mexican drug dealers, in fixing the exchange rate. No one's ever gone to prison for what happened in that time.
Oh, that's not true at all. We had some of those dreadful anti-capitalist protesters locked up. I mean, they were an absolute disgrace. Do you know that some of them were actually calling for tax loopholes to be closed? Whatever next? Well, I think whatever would be next. The Gulag.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, finally, I would love to get your opinion whilst you're here. Such a topical matter. What do you think about what's happening in Greece right now in Athens? What should happen next in Greece?
Well, I think we should be reasonable. I think they should pay all the money back there within 1 week, or we should launch airstrikes on Athens. You know, let's be honest. Democracy is at stake here, and what I mean by democracy is the complete privatisation of all state assets, the abolition of the welfare state, and the pension age raised to 110. I am very happy to advise, for my very reasonable charity rate of £10,000 an hour, the Greek government on how best they can achieve all these important reforms which will transform their economy.
Right. Well, thank you so much to Gerald for sparing the time to talk to us today and educate us mere mortals about how the financial system works.
Dear boy, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Please, let's show some appreciation to Gerald Banker.